What's up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny 2. We are back with another This Week in Destiny, taking a look ahead at everything that you can expect for the up and coming week. So if you want to find out more about the conclusion of the Guardian Games, the return of Trials Labs, the new raid challenges for the week, all the weekly rituals, and more importantly what Tess has available for Bright Dust, then be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. Just over 60% of the viewers on the channel aren't currently subscribed, so be sure to hit that red button and ring that bell to make sure you don't miss an update. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Another week and another This Week in Destiny. This week is week 13 of Season of the Risen, the final week of Season 16. With that we see the conclusion of the Guardian Games, and up until now the Warlocks have won the first 2 out of 3 weeks for this free event. This will end on the 24th of May when Season 17 kicks off. So if you haven't got yourself a god roll of the title submachine gun, or you're still chasing down that top 10 rank to get your hands on that sweet emblem, then this week will be the week to get those wrapped up. This week we'll also see the return of Trials Labs, and with that we see Freelance and Zone Capture return to the Trials playlist. Trials kicks off on Friday, and with that there are some sweet bonus ranks to earn too. We'll be covering those off later in the video. If you're a big fan of Freelance and fancy getting yourself on some sweet Trials loot before the end of the season, then this weekend will be your chance, so make sure to pay Saint 14 a visit. Now moving on to raid challenges, and the raid challenge for the Vow of Disciple rotates around to the Acquisition encounter, and this one's called Swift Destruction. Now to get this challenge done you must kill all the champions at the same time on all rounds. Now each time it comes to taking out the champions you do have a few seconds to do so. So it's all about communication and timing, and a well-coordinated team will be able to get this challenge done to get your hands on a sweet new Adept raid weapon. Now moving over to the Vault of Glass, and the raid challenge over there rotates around to the Gatekeeper encounter, and this one's called Strangers in Time. Now to get this one done, players must defeat the Praetorian and Wyvern at the same time. So these two challenges are very similar. Now if you can get this challenge done inside the Vault of Glass though, then you are guaranteed to get your hands on the Hazen Vengeance rocket launcher. Now this is one of the best rocket launchers in the game, and if you can do this on the master difficulty as well, then the time loss version has second perks in the 3rd and 4th column. It essentially guarantees you that god roll each and every time, so make sure to jump into the Vault of Glass to get that challenge done. Now moving over to Dares of Eternity and the armor and weapons that are available in this 30th anniversary pack activity. Now to kick it off we're going to take a look at the armor sets this week. So we have the Jinsham Knight suit set available, which is the old armor set from IO back in Destiny 2 Vanilla. Now alongside that we also have the Karios Function suit set. This is currently available from Xur, so if you're watching this video on Monday then you can actually pick up this entire armor set from Xur over in the European Dead Zone. However, if you're watching this video after Tuesday and you don't have a full set, then you can get random pieces of armor drop during the course of the activity or upon activity completion itself. So if you're filling out your transmog collection for either of these two armor sets, then make sure to jump into Dares to get your chance to get your hands on them. But if it's not armor that you're chasing and you're seeking out new legendary weapons, then there's a massive range of weapons on offer both from Season of Arrivals and Season of the Worthy. These include the Nature of Beasts hand cannon, the Fallen Guillotine sword, the False Promises, the Temptations hook, the Cold Denial pulse rifle, the Whispering slab, the Hollow Words fusion rifle, the Serenth Seraph carbine, the Officer revolver, the awesome CQC shotgun, the SI2 sidearm, the VY7 submachine gun, the Serenth Seraph sword machine gun, and also the Truth Teller grenade launcher. Some of these weapons are absolutely top tier, and could we see the reprisal of Warbind cells in Season 17? Anything is possible at this point, but if you haven't got your hands on good rolls on these weapons, then make sure to jump into Dares to get your hands on them. Next up we're moving on to weekly challenges, and we have a new weekly mission for the up and coming week. This rotates around to the Arrival, which is the first major campaign mission from the Witch Queen campaign. For this mission we have to track down Savathun on Mars, where temporal abnormalities have scarred the planet's surface and the Cabal seek to claim a new territory. Now you can run this on the Hero, Legend and Master difficulty. With the higher the difficulty, the better your chance of getting your hands on some sweet exotic loot, and also Ascendant Alloy, which is a key material when it comes to weapon crafting. So whether you're still chasing down those pinnacle drops or additional sources of alloy, then make sure to jump into that challenge to get that weekly campaign mission done. Now moving over to Wellspring, and Wellspring kicks off on this week's weekly reset via Wellspring Attack. Now with that in mind, the Come to Pass Auto Rifle will be in rotation on Tuesday, with the Tarnation Grenade Launcher being in rotation on Wednesday. Now if you're not able to play during the course of the week though, then the Come to Pass will return to rotation on Saturday, with the Tarnation returning to rotation on Sunday. So you have 2 opportunities this week to get your hands on these 2 weapons, which are both absolutely key when it comes to getting your exotic glaive quests done. If you already have that quest completed, then remember, by completing Wellspring activities, you also have a random chance to earn the other 2 exotic glaive patterns as random drops upon Wellspring completions. I'm still chasing down 1 myself, but if you're still missing any 2, then be sure to let me know down in the comments below. Now next up, we're going to move on to weekly rituals, and with that we kick off with a brand new Nightfall and Grandmaster Nightfall for week 13, and this rotates around to the Scarlet Keep. So if you're still needing to defeat Hashdadoon to get your Conqueror Seal, then you have 1 final opportunity before the end of the season. Now as for Nightfall weapons, the 2 weapons in rotation this week are the Plug 1 Fusion Rifle and also the Palindrome Hand Cannon. Now the Palindrome Hand Cannon is being removed from all loot pools upon the end of this season, so this is your final opportunity to get your hands on the brand new Palindrome before it becomes unobtainable in Season 17. Now as for the Crucible, Team Scorched returns for the final week of Season 16. So if there's a couple of seasonal challenges that you haven't got done to earn some additional XP before the conclusion of this season, then be sure to jump into Team Scorched to get those seasonal challenges done. Now as for bonus ranks this week, as it is the final week of Season 16, there are bonus ranks for Vanguard, Gambit and Crucible. So every ritual activity will be offering bonus ranks, which is a perfect opportunity to get your hands on those ornaments for the Reckless Endangerment Shotgun. These form key parts of seasonal challenges, but are also your final opportunity to get your hands on the ornaments for this ritual weapon shotgun. So if you haven't got those done, then make the most of those bonus ranks to get your hands on them. Now with all the weekly challenges and rituals out the way, it's time for one of the most important parts of the week, and that's what Tess has available for Bright Dust in week 13 of Season of the Risen. Now over in the main featured Bright Dust shelf, we have the Backstroke Exotic Ghost Shell. This is a brand new ghost shell introduced in this year's Guardian Games, so if you didn't fancy spending 600 silver on it, you can pick it up this week for 2,850 Bright Dust. That's alongside a new multiplayer emote called Power Nap. Now this has been available for 800 silver during the course of Guardian Games, but you can pick it up for Bright Dust this week and it'll set you back 1,250 Bright Dust. That's alongside the Trophy Projection, a new ghost projection for this year's event, and this will set you back 1,500 Bright Dust this week. Now as for the shader this week, this is called Photo Finish. This will set you back 300 Bright Dust. It's not currently visible in game, although it is visible via the API, so sadly we can't show a preview of it. It hasn't been obtainable up until this point though, so to make sure you don't miss out on it, be sure to pay Tess a visit to pick it up this week. Now over in the main Bright Dust section, we have the Give Me a G exotic multiplayer emote. Now this has been available for 1,200 silver during the course of Guardian Games, but you can pick it up for Bright Dust this week, and this will set you back 4,250 Bright Dust. That's alongside the Champion Shell, a new exotic ghost shell for this year's event. This has been available for 600 silver, but can be picked up this week for 2,850 Bright Dust. Next up we have the Wedge, a new exotic sparrow. This has been available for 800 silver, but can be picked up this week for 2,500 Bright Dust. Now that's alongside the Victory's Herald, an exotic ship. This is from a previous Guardian Games event, so if you missed out on it or you didn't fancy spending 800 silver on it, you can pick it up this week for 2,000 Bright Dust. Alongside that we have a legendary emote called High Score, once again from a previous Guardian Games event. This has been available for 500 silver, but can be picked up this week for 700 Bright Dust instead. The penultimate item on offer though is the Guardian Games Ghost Projection, so if you fancy donning this on your ghost, then this will set you back 1,500 Bright Dust this week. And the final item on offer is an exotic weapon ornament for the Vex Mythoclast, and this is called the Clast of its Own. This weapon ornament is entirely brand new and was introduced as part of this year's Guardian Games, so if you didn't fancy spending 700 silver on this, you can pick it up this week for 1,250 Bright Dust. So there we have it guys, a good look at everything that you can expect for the final week of Season of the Risen. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump back into the game as always guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.